Alright, in this video we'll be replacing the AC unit on top of this Class C motorhome of ours. Come to find out that during our trial run we had the AC made a funny noise, started blowing out some thin white smoke, had an odor to it like electrical burning. Thought it was a capacitor, changed the capacitor, ran for about an hour, started happening again. So instead of trying to troubleshoot a 20-year-old AC unit, we went ahead and bought a new one. And it was delivered today. So this will be a RecPro RV AC unit. I bought it on Amazon. It's a 1300 BTU. And we will be hopefully getting it up and installed today. Okay, in the box is how it's shipped. A couple layers of, wow, it's in here pretty good. I gotta get a knife and cut that out. Alright, finally got to the unit itself, and it looks like there's a instruction manual. So we'll take a quick glance at this. Everything at first glance seems to be in good shape. Let's get it out of the box. Alright, they've got these 4 little clips. You basically just pop these open, and they've got some Phillips head screws that hold the shroud on. I did misspeak. This is a not 1300, 13,500 BTU unit. And there's all the sticker that's on the outside here. So we'll pop this open. I'm assuming that there's some parts inside this that first they put in there for storage, like the remote control, because I can't seem to find it anywhere in the box. So let's see if it's inside this guy. Alright, well, this comes in 2 different boxes. I was freaking out a little bit because the unit came in 1 box, and my wife had taken the other box and put it inside because it was smaller and much lighter. So I was thinking that they forgot it, but in this box should be the other pieces that we need for the mounting, the inside piece, and then the remote control that came with this unit. So I'm gonna get this thing unboxed and see what's in here. And there it is. There's the remote, there's the 4 bolts and metal brackets and washers that hold that on, and some foam insulation, and then the top piece here that goes on the ceiling inside. So first step in this installation process, take the old one down. So we have turned off the power to the camper, and we'll go inside real quick. And I've already kind of taken the ceiling mounted device down. You can see it's hanging, and we will let's see if I can turn this on, not while I'm recording. There's 4 bolts here that need to come off to detach the inside metal bracket to the unit that's on the roof. So, and I gotta get the wires off, so let's get that going. All right, so we've got the bracket off inside and the wire disconnected. And this is loose, as I can push up. You can see it's lifting up from the roof, so I gotta go up to the top and remove it from there, obviously. So let's go up top. Up here up top, here's the old unit. It's just got the 4 bolts to hold the shroud on, so we're gonna remove that real quick first. And here it is. It's not held on by anything else besides those 4 screws. You got the rubber seal, the other one has one. As you can see, the roof is dirty underneath, so we're going to take this time to wash and clean this surface pretty good before we put the new one in its place. But just go ahead and get this out of the way and make room for the new one. Well, it's up. We have it sitting over the initial hole, the original hole. 14 by 14 is the opening, and we'll go down to the bottom and we'll do some fine adjusting to make sure it's perfectly centered. You can't really tell that from up here, so we'll be doing that from underneath. So let's go downstairs. Okay, what I'm doing here is, I did have to adjust a little bit, but I'm lining up from the front hole, or the front side of this opening. I want to get as much of this rubber seal. I don't want any overlapping. You can see in the back, there's a little bit of an overlap. And I'm okay with it being in the back. My reasoning is if there's got to be any water driven, forced in, it's going to come from the front when, we're driving and things like that. So we'll put all of the sealing the front side. And if we have any overlay, it's going to go on the back side. So the next step here is to go ahead and clamp it down using these mounting holes and the brackets and bolts that it came with. Sorry, I'm out of breath. This thing was pretty heavy and I'm still recouping from lifting it up on the roof. All right, the wiring configuration is fairly simple, straightforward. You got green, which is obviously your ground, your white's your neutral, and your black is your positive. So just it's unlike the other unit that actually had the power hooked up in, almost like a junction box that was in the ceiling mounted part. You can see this one hooks up directly in there. So I'm just tucking the loose wires up into the air return area. I'm probably going to secure it on this little clip. You see that red thing there's a little clip there, so I'll probably secure it there. And then there is this wire right here. We'll just plug into the ceiling unit here, the cover piece. So you have I believe it has like a touch screen on the front, which we'll find out here in just a minute. All right, it comes with this piece. I know the lighting in here kind of stinks, but let me try to rearrange the light here. So it comes with this piece, which is a little divider that goes into here, and it helps direct the return air to the from the exhaust. So what you have to do is you have to measure from here the gap, the distance, the thickness of your ceiling, and then cut this down to that side, and then you stick it in there and mount it up, and it should take care of that. So you got to cut this down. You want to make sure you see this little thinner piece here. You don't want to cut that end off. You want to cut the other end off. There's a sticker that kind of indicates which side you're supposed to cut. So, all right, the instructions I feel are a little poorly written, and I can't blame it on it because it does come with instructions. But apparently this piece here unsnaps from the actual plenum, I think is what they're calling this, and needs to be bolted up to the ceiling with that. So I gotta unbolt it from the ceiling and then put this on and then run the bolts through these sections and get it back up. So make sure you do that first before you bolt that up and then have to take it down. All right, that's better. That just feels a lot better too. So this black piece obviously comes on off and mounts, has little grooves for the brackets and fits up there quite nice. So don't forget that piece. There it is. Installed and running. All right, just wanted to take a quick moment to talk about the AC unit. I'm going to kind of introduce this clip into the middle of this video. We've had it running, installed, everything's good to go for the last 3 weeks or so while we're working in the camper. The owner's manual is somewhat helpful. You can tell it's been written in a different language, and there's some features that pretty helpful, and some things that don't necessarily apply because this is obviously written for multiple different AC units. With the one we've got now, obviously it comes with a remote control. This is your main way to operate the AC unit. I want to tell you a couple things that I've realized. This is not a thermostat, all right? So this temperature here is just indicating the temperature that you have set to the unit. The thermostat of the unit is built into the unit itself, and it turns on and off the compressor for the AC unit based on what it thinks the temperature is here, not here. All right, so that's something you want to make sure. So wherever you mount this, because it does come with a little mount, this is not going to be a temperature gauge or a thermostat. Okay, so also this remote control is infrared, has a little sensor in the front, and has to communicate with the AC unit by directly pointing at it. All right, so it's not radio frequency, which is a little disappointing So when we're in the back, I can't take this with me and adjust it from back there unless I'm literally pointing it right at the unit, and at that, sometimes it doesn't work. You have some settings on here, some buttons on here, where you can change the readout from Celsius to Fahrenheit. You can lock the unit. There is one button on here that gives us the ability to turn off the unit by pressing the button. That button, if you put it in lock mode, that will lock that ability so no one can come up and just touch it, turn it off. You do have a power button. The up and down will adjust the temperature. You have a mode button. The mode will toggle you into what they call, as I see if I can see here, AC, which is the snowflake, dry, which is going to be the little water drop. I'm going to assume, because there's nothing that indicates it, if this model includes it, which I don't think it does, has a sense of a humidifier or dehumidifier where you can actually just suck the water out of the atmosphere. Hit the mode button again. You've got fan only. All right, that will just basically run the fan. And then you've got the sun, which is the heat mode. This does not have a heat pump in it. I can add it. I'm to understand that I can add it to it, but I don't need it. We do have an onboard furnace, and we'll have those little electric heaters if we do camp anywhere. We are in Florida, so chances are we'll never need it. So we'll just go and throw it back on the AC. You do have other features here where it comes to display, timer, sleep, hour, minute, set time, things of that nature. This is just in case you wanted to set some sort of timer. For our use, basically you got to turn it on and off. We're going to set the thermostat to the temperature we want, and we're going to let it run. It's been a great unit so far. Like I said, it's only been about 3 weeks or so. I want to make sure that you understand what you get with the unit, what this thing actually is, how to control the unit, and I have no complaints over it right now. So, well, I know that this video is kind of thrown together with poor lighting and not done well, and I apologize for that. But it seems like every time I have something to do, I have to do it after work in the dark. The reason I decided to do this now in the dark is because we'll be spending most, as you can see behind me, the camper's kind of in the middle of a painting project, and we're going to be spending all day Saturday this weekend painting. And I didn't want to, first of all, spend a few hours on Saturday putting in the AC unit, and I wanted to just be able to come in here, turn on the AC, and paint away, and not have to really stop. So that's why I did it now. So you can see it's up, it's installed. It's turned off right now, but it is running great. No problems, at least right off out of the box. Took a little bit of a gamble on this one. It was just so you know, it was $1,000 on Amazon. I'll link the link to this unit in this video, and also check out our website, rdrv.net, rdrv, right direction RV, rdrv.net, and you'll have a link of all of our items that we're using to rebuild this camper, we use in our camping trips, things like that. It's a great way to check out the newest videos, see what's upcoming trips, and all the links to all the products that we use in the camper. So time will tell and see how this thing works. I'm excited now that we got a nice new new AC unit. We're a little concerned with the old one, especially if we're having issues with it. I didn't feel 100% comfortable leaving it on when we were away from the camper, so might as well have the peace of mind and reassurance that we're going to have something that works and is reliable, especially if we leave the dogs in the camper while we go explore. So anyway, plenty more videos to come. Again, check out the website rdrv.net, and that'll be linked in the video description below. Make sure you like and subscribe. More videos are coming very soon with a lot of different projects that we got going on. Obviously, we got the painting project now. We're going to be putting up new curtains, new lighting, new flooring. I feel like custom lighting, and I feel like there's tons of other things we're going to be doing. But anyway, we're going to make videos along the way, and then have our travel videos sporadic throughout as well. So appreciate you watching, and we'll see you in the next video.